At Ritual, we know what goes into a magical holiday season. The potluck planning, the gift giving, the spreadsheets. This new year, take a moment for yourself with simple, daily rituals that help you put your foundational health at the top of your to-do list. Ritual's Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin is a clinically backed multivitamin featuring 9 high-quality key essential ingredients to help you fill key nutrient gaps in your diet. Or maybe you're stressing your daily protein intake, or you want to double down on support for your gut microbiome. From plant-based essential protein to 3-in-1 pre, pro, and postbiotic strains with Symbiotic Plus, Ritual helps you focus on supporting your body after a long season of juggling everybody else. And for a limited time, do it with 30% off a 3-month supply at ritual.com/podcast. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
O'Reilly.
Save on your next oil change at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Choose Castrol Edge Full Synthetic Motor Oil to provide maximum performance and protection for your engine. Get a $15 gift card after rebate when you buy 5 quarts of Castrol Edge for $34.95. Plus 2 times O Rewards points. Offer valid in-store and online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Good morning, everybody. Corey, Ben. Hi. I don't know if anybody else is over there with you guys. I can only see you two. Are you guys at all excited about the Super Bowl?
No.
At all?
Not. I mean, I know we're still 6 days away.
Yeah.
I have zero interest in it right now. Obviously, I'm going to watch it. It'll ramp up. But I heard PA Ben a couple days ago talking about this, where Charch was like, "This is the matchup nobody wanted," and I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And PA's comeback was, "Well, these are the best 2 teams in football. We should be excited about the 2 best squaring off for the title." They're both right, but
solid point.
But I lean so much more towards Charch, where it's like I don't want either one of these teams really to win. We just saw this matchup a couple years ago. A Bills Commanders Super Bowl to me would have been more exciting. I don't know. This is the one I didn't want, but I know I don't know. I see PA's side of it as well. You're shaking your head, which means you want this one. You like this matchup better?
No, I would prefer the Bills. I mean, that's the one that I would prefer.
Yeah.
The Eagles making it doesn't bother me, but a Bills Commanders would have been like, ugh. I would have
Bills Eagles. You would have been into?
Yeah,
Bills. I think Bills is the answer. That would have felt new, and it would have given them a chance to get rid of that 0-4 in the Super Bowl bit. These two, I don't. Again, I'm not going to be mad if either team wins. I'm not going to be mad if either team loses.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, see, the thing is, like, I will be upset if the Chiefs win. Like, there's that much in me that I dislike them right now.
Same.
Like, I don't want them to win. I really don't, and I know what that means. I know that means that the Eagles win, and they have terrible fans.
Yeah,
but I think that they just have. I think they have more likable players.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barkley's.
He's the best. Yeah.
If the Eagles could win and their fans could lose, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
How do we negotiate
only Saquon Barkley could win the ring, that'd be great.
Like all of
him and AJ Brown, that's it.
Yeah, cable went out in Philly that night. Nobody could watch it. That would be a win.
I know we've got to do the news, but 2 things this morning that I'm not sure that I knew, that I heard. Ronza Muss said that the rumor is that it's $15 million a year for KOC.
Is that just Charlie Walters that's reporting that, or where's that source?
I don't know. I keep hearing that same number.
I think Charlie Walters is the one that said
Rosie
15 a year.
Little baddie.
Rosie hinted at it on with Common last week as well.
Muss, what have you heard?
About KOC?
Yeah. Did you hear the
morning, guys?
Hi,
Good morning.
Hi, Mussy.
What's going on?
More or less of the $15 million per year?
I heard right around that 15.
Yeah,
that's what I had heard as well.
That's pretty good money.
Yeah,
but we don't know that. We don't know the length, the duration of the contract, right? We're assuming 3 years added on to this one last year that he had, or no?
I haven't seen that.
I thought it was up to 5, but I could be wrong. I mean, with the
So maybe a 4
continuation.
I think the hot rumor is a 4-year extension, so 5 total because he's got 1 year left. So it's, according to Charlie Walters, 5 years, $65 million. So that's the extension and next year.
Good for him.
And then Graziano on ESPN says Sam Darnold, 3 years, $120 million, 75 guaranteed.
That's the market?
That's the market.
3 for 120?
Yep.
Yep.
Then he go.
And that market will only go up when people realize how bad this quarterback draft is.
Going to Muss.
Yeah, what did you say?
The number I just said?
Yeah.
Graziano said 3 years, $125 million, 75 guaranteed.
Yeah. I saw a couple days ago another projection, 4 years, $160 million, $40 million guaranteed.
Which is what,
$40 million average.
Which is what Daniel Jones got. He got exactly 4 years, $160 million.
I don't care what it is. I put the chances of him being here at 0.
Yeah, the weird part though is one of the most plugged in people, Tom Pelissero, says the exact opposite.
He keeps saying it too.
That's what's so weird about it.
The smart money is on him coming back.
Yes.
I
don't get it either.
I don't get it from just a money contract situation. That flies in the face of their whole plan. And then the use of the franchise tag doesn't make sense either. Because
it's less money, but ultimately,
but what are you doing? So you're gonna pay him a guaranteed $40 million for 1 year, and then just make JJ sit on the sideline again for a second year?
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that either.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, and the thing is, too, so look what, the quarterback whisperer has done for Sam Darnold in his career, just in one season.
Right.
With the Minnesota Vikings. So don't you think you got Daniel Jones, right?
Yep.
So you can do that whole $10 million 1 year deal all over again.
Sure.
And you can work with him. And if he can actually get Sam Darnold to have the season that he had, which unfortunately the last 2 games cost him a lot of money, if KOC can do that with Sam Darnold, what makes you think he can't do it with J.J. McCarthy?
That's exactly the point.
Well,
and for significantly less money.
Exactly.
Right. And I'm reading an article right now about Daniel Jones going to the Rams to sit behind Stafford for a year.
Or Stafford is cut or calls it career, because isn't he owed he's owed a
giant number. I think it's his cap number for next year, something crazy like $60 million or something. It's stupid.
By the way, Daniel Jones has already earned $108.2 million.
I think the reason Daniel Jones is here is because he wanted to be here for next year. I don't think that he wanted to. If he wanted to go on to next year and be a real viable option for a team, I think he would have sat out the rest of this year and just waited.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But I think the reason he signed with this team when he did is because he wants to be here and be the backup to J.J. McCarthy.
Stafford has a dead cap money of $49 million this season. His cap number is 49.666666.
Yeah, so $50 million cap hit.
Yeah.
So the other thing that we don't talk much about when it comes to the franchise tag for Sam is there are 2 options. You have the exclusive rights free franchise tag, which in the last handful of years, no quarterback has received that tag and gone on to play for somebody else. So like that Lamar Jackson happened a couple years ago. That was the same thing. He sat out basically all summer, but everybody knew that they were going to work out a long-term deal. They work out a long-term deal. That was the deal with Kirk Cousins when he was there. Like it was an exclusive tag, and he wasn't getting traded. He signs back with the team. Drew Brees did the same thing. When you apply the exclusive tag, it usually means that you want to work out a deal with said player because you have the exclusive rights. Nobody else can negotiate.
Sure.
If you do the non-exclusive, which means that they can go flirt with other teams, if that team picks that player up and you don't match that contract, that team owes you 2 first-round draft picks. Who in the right mind, knowing our situation, is going to not only pay him $160 million on a 4-year deal or whatever it is, but then also give up 2 first-round draft picks to us for a guy that they know that we don't want long-term? Like the whole idea of the franchise tag it makes 0 sense to me. So that's why I put the chances of him being on this team at 0%.
There you go. I have to tell you, that makes perfect sense to me. But again, to Corey's point, Dicom Tom won't change he won't change his story. So there's got to be a reason.
But I also think we know that Tom and all these the Schefters of the world, the guys that break news, we all know that they also float information out there to just,
because they got a job to do.
They got a job to do, and sometimes they have relationships that they've massaged, and why wouldn't you put it out there that the Vikings covet him more in the event that they do want to slap a franchise tag on him, to let the rest of the league know for weeks and weeks and weeks. No, they really, really want him. So when we apply this non-exclusive rights franchise tag, we really want to do a deal, but we just want to make sure the money's right. And if you offer a deal and we can't match it, well then there you go. That's the 2 first-round draft picks. I feel like it's a leverage play that I don't think the league's going to fall for.
And the franchise tag deadline is Tuesday, March 5th, 3:00. So we got a while.
So you've got a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does Darnold seem like a Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly kind of a guy in Vegas or not?
Boy, I like the way that coaching staff is shaping up.
Yeah, man. I
really do.
And you got Brock Bowers, man. Maybe the best offensive weapon in football, other than Saquon. I mean, yeah. And you got coaches who don't have 4 or 5 years to cultivate a quarterback. That's a perfect scenario for Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
And his roulette tables.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put that past him. I mean, you do have to think about with Pete Carroll. This is his last hurrah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to sign Sam to 3 or 4 year deal and have him be your guy on your
last? What's the other option though?
I don't know.
They have no one.
They have no one.
I know.
They got Minshew and O'Connell.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're not drafting one, they're definitely going to acquire one.
Or yeah. There's a lot that's going to happen. That's why it's fun.
It is fun.
They have the 6th overall pick, I think. You could move that somewhere, but I don't know who's willing to give up. Yeah, it'll be great. Can't wait.
It'll be great. That was the news brought to you by Carbonis.
Thanks, Carbonis.
Thank you, Carbonis. I do love you. I'd like to have some right now, as a matter of fact.
Luka is a Laker. We'll talk about that in a second when Sauce does sports after this on The Fan.
That's a really hard carrot. The Fan.
Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is proven to withstand water, pests, and fire better than wood-based siding. And it looks better while doing it. Hardy Siding has been chosen for 10 million homes and counting. See the proof at jameshardy.com.
Get ready to experience the raw energy of 9 Inch Nails live. Trent Reznor and the band are hitting the road for an electrifying tour you will not want to miss. Catch them at XL Energy Center on August 17th for the night of unforgettable music and intense performances. Tickets are on sale now. Get all the details at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Hey, Gazeko. Power Trip Morning Show, time for some sports. Lots going on in the world.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
Yes! The Lakers traded Anthony Davis and a 2029 first-round pick to the Mavs for Luka Doncic. And then a couple pieces went to the Jazz to make it all work out. Luka hasn't played since he played the Wolves on Christmas Day. He's in L.A. I think he's going to debut, before the All-Star game, and there's a lot of people that think that Anthony Davis will play for the Mavs tomorrow night.
How about being Luka and not knowing that this is happening, and then you realize that you're now not eligible for the Supermax? He was set to get a 5-year, $345 million contract, right? The biggest essentially ever. Now it's 5 years, $229, which most of us aren't crying. It's still $229, but that's $116 million less.
They wanted him out of there so bad.
Can you? But think about being him, though.
They wanted to make sure that they could actually stick it to him just a little bit.
Think how mad you are if you're Luka. $116 million less over the next 5 years.
This would be his second Supermax, right? He's already received one?
I think so, yes.
So
probably because he's what? Is he 6 years in or 5 years in?
I think he's been NBA All-Pro 5 years out of the 6 or 6 all.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
year.
how long is a rookie contract? 4?
Yeah.
I don't know, Ben. I thought I read somewhere that he
second big deal.
He'd be up for his second supermax.
Which I think he signed a 5-year deal within the last year or two.
Is this kind of the Stephon Diggs kind of deal where it's like, we just want you to go. Go ahead. You're so good, but you're such a pain in the ass.
It must be because there's again, unless
especially
the
when
GM,
you don't tell him,
unless the GM of the Mavericks is just an absolute idiot, which he might be. But man, some of the shots are pretty obvious. Like he said, "quote I believe defense wins championships," which is something we all say. But when you trade Luka and people have questions and you drop that bomb, that means you don't play any defense. Anthony Davis does.
Right.
We can win with Kyrie and 3 giant bigs with Lively, Gafford, and Davis, and we can get Luka's ass out of here. If you're trading a guy that's 25 and going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He's only 25.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Insane.
I mean, it's insane unless you just don't think it's going to work in the next handful of years. And that's a guy that just got you to the NBA Finals this year.
Yeah.
It's not like he was great 4 years ago. They just rode it all the way to the finals. Had a chance to win the whole thing.
And he brought an even worse team to the Western Conference Finals a couple of years before that. And now all of a sudden the Lakers, I mean, with the way that athlete technology is, a lot of these guys play until they're 40 and Luka's game isn't predicated on athleticism. That's the face of the Lakers franchise for the next 15 years, arguably.
If he wants to be there.
And they were basically handed him.
Yeah.
Is he maybe way more hurt than we know?
I don't think it could even be that because that's
because
was he just sitting yesterday out just to be that guy
on ESPN. One of them said that he was planning to come back on the 8th, when he thought he was going to play for Dallas. So that would be 5 days from now, and that would put him out a month and a half. So
how about this one, Ben? So maybe you were looking up at the screen too when I just saw this stat, but they're talking about this on all the shows, of course, because it happened over the weekend. So all the morning shows now are hammering it and talking about how he's maybe a little overweight, doesn't show a lot of effort, doesn't play a lot of defense, right? But is one of the most prolific and efficient scorers in the history of the NBA.
Not me.
One of those advanced stat sites that tracks everything now says Luka Doncic only, quote, moves fast 2.8% of the time. Wow. 2.8. That's how often he is moving fast, only 2.8% of the time.
What does that even mean?
Well, I mean, obviously there's a lot of just, arc to arc, right? You stay around the 3-point line, you launch it.
He's PA in a pickup game.
Right. You slowly, jog backwards to play some defense.
Yeah, he meat sauces it.
You're not, sprinting very often. You're not fast breaking if you're Luka very often. So they say they tracked him moving fast only 2.8% of the time. Now, my question would be, that sounds horrific, but what's Ant? Because Ant moves fast, but is he moving fast 20% of the time? I would love to know what the elite players are at if he's 2.8. Because no one's running 90% of the time at full speed.
No. Especially a big. He's not like a post player, but you know what I'm saying? He's what, 7 foot?
Luka? Yeah. I mean, close. He's probably like 6'9", 6'10", 6'10", somewhere in that range.
Okay.
I don't know.
So maybe not
6'7",
maybe not as tall as I thought.
But even so, though, I would want to know what the comparison is. 2.8 versus what? What should he be at? Should he be at 10%? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm like, I don't even know what that number really means. It sounds super low, and it sounds like you are lazy POS. But I don't know in the context of, like you said, if an Ant, the guy that we see driving the lane and is super explosive, like if he's like at 6%.
Right. Did you say 6'6", by the way?
Yeah, he's 6'6".
God dang, he looks taller than that.
He does look taller than that.
He plays taller than that.
I thought he was like 6'10" or 6'11".
I would have guessed
500 pounds.
500 pounds, yeah.
Wow, what a huge bitch.
And that's why the Mavs didn't want to sign him.
That's sad.
So
everything's bigger in Texas.
I know that we have no idea what he's thinking, but if your former team is saying, yeah, you can score, but you're fat, slow, and lazy.
Meat sauce.
Does that create a fire in you that says, if your girlfriend breaks up with you and says you're fat, slow, and lazy, are you just like this gym maniac, or you just be like, that's fine, I still pull tens, like no big deal, like you know what I'm saying, like when he's that good, he's one of the top players in the NBA, do you just say, well, that's your opinion, man?
Yeah.
Right. I don't think he does. He's a fiery player, man. I mean, we saw it here during the playoffs. He was trash talking everybody in the audience that had ears, So he's a fiery kind of guy.
I think it's different when you've got to change your lifestyle.
I don't think he has to, though. He's been living like this, and he's already a generational player. I mean, his nickname is Luka Doncic.
But if he's projected to be fatter, slower, and lazier, then
that's a huge bitch.
It's a little different than just talking trash on the day of the game or during the game. Like, if it means that you've got to probably change his eating habits, change his workout schedule, change all of that stuff if you want to stick it to the guy. If you want to
or you get even fatter and you get even better at basketball. That's the real way to stick it to it.
Brilliant.
You're fat.
And also going back to when they did make it to the NBA Finals, that clip of the Mavericks GM taking the beer out of Luka's hand hits totally different now.
It really does.
Knowing that he thinks that he's fat and lazy.
Yeah. How about
it's still the meanest stat I've ever heard of, though. The 2.8.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, box scores are one thing, but all of a sudden they just start putting that in there in the paper.
Oh, man. You guys don't know how happy I am that I stopped playing football when I did, because now they track everything. Like, every player has those tracking devices on them. They look like they're wearing sports bras, and they can tell you every single practice, like your acceleration, how far you've ran, like whether or not you need a day break, like all this other stuff. I mean, dude, I'm looking to take plays off all the time.
Yeah, you got to have a break. Look at this. I just got a stat right now. Sauce is listening 1.7% of the time.
Genius.
That's unbelievable.
I know.
These stats are terrible. And by the way, that bra you're wearing, Dolly thinks is big.
Yeah.
You're fat.
You might need a new one. It's not doing a very good job of supporting.
Wow. We're talking about Luka. How about in that same draft, they took Jalen Brunson in the second round, and they screwed that up too. And at one point, they had Porzingis.
Porzingis. What happened to him? Porzingis.
He was traded. But just to put it in perspective,
go ahead, do that for me.
Rudy was traded for basically 5 first-round picks, 4 picks in a pick swap. KG in 2007 was traded for 5 players and 2 picks. Paul George in 2019 was traded for 2 players, 5 picks, and 2 pick swaps. And then the other thing that went viral the other day was how many players and picks a 34-year-old Kevin Durant was traded for. It's weird, man.
Yeah. Something like this almost never happens.
Right.
Superstar for superstar, it never, ever, ever happens like that in the NFL, in the NBA. It's mind-blowing.
The Wolves battle the Kings tonight. They made a trade last night. They traded De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs. The Kings get Levine, a couple other picks and players, and then the Bulls get a couple players and their own first-round pick back in 2025. De'Aaron Fox is a stud. Him and Wemby will be elite.
Oh, yeah, he's absolutely elite. And it's weird to say because Wemby's 7'4" and De'Aaron Fox is significantly shorter. But
that's a huge bitch.
Now he's going to have someone that can attack the paint because that's not really Wemby's game. And so having De'Aaron Fox attack the paint while Wemby, just plasters them from the outside, it's going to be that Spurs team is going to be nasty. And also having someone that can set the table that's not a 500-year-old Chris Paul is going to be
still
awesome.
in the league?
I don't know. He's been having a good season, but I don't know how he's still in the league.
The Wolves are 27 and they're, why did I write 7? That's not true.
That'd be a good record.
Mm-hmm. The Kings are 24 and 24.
It's been a while. Hey, Pat.
It's ChatGPT.
Yeah, thank you. I blame them. The Wolves are 4.5-point favorites. The Wild battle Boston in Boston tomorrow at 6. The Wild were shut out 6-0 by the Senators, Zacho, on Saturday.
Yeah, not good. Not good day for anybody involved. It was an embarrassing performance out in Ottawa. Ryan Hartman, the big story from there, though. He is facing a potentially lengthy suspension, and that doesn't help with our cap situation with all the injuries. Jonas Brodin coming back. He will be playing tomorrow.
Oh, hey, Randy.
And then that will his spot in the LTIR, the long-term injured reserve, will be taken by none other than Kirill Kaprizov. Things are going great for the Wild right now.
Come again?
But hey, they won 3 on the road.
Man, not to go back. SportsCenter is just hammering Luka. Now this is get up. They have the 2.8 stat back up there again. 2.8% of minutes moving fast over the last 2 seasons. But then they also just showed that his blow-by rate is 44-something%, which is the highest in the league. So basically, you can dribble right past Luka about half the time.
It depends on the time of the month.
Look, now they're just showing him standing around.
I like it. The first reaction was, how could you possibly trade Luka? And now the last 24 hours is, look at this fat slob that can't. What is happening?
I don't know.
What a weird switch.
Way to have that sizzle reel just ready to go.
Man,
have you how many times he just stands around?
Look at this. ESPN's Tim McMahon. Dallas was motivated to move Doncic because of constant conditioning concerns.
I had no idea.
Yeah, Pat didn't know that.
Yeah. I love
Is he toking it up?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I don't know. Look at the guy.
I mean, here's you. We can actually hear from the GM.
Got dad bod at 25.
Here's the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks talking about Luka.
Augusto, sweetheart, save some room for later.
I didn't know we called him that.
There's always food around.
Wow.
I mean, man, what a life. Just hundreds of millions of dollars, eating whatever you want, never playing defense.
Smoke them if you got them.
God, I would love to be Luka.
The sticky, icky, icky.
Yeah, what do you care? You just got traded to L.A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The face of the franchise.
Right.
One of the most historic teams in sports.
Cost him $116 million.
Yeah. He's going to make it back off that Hollywood money.
Yeah.
There's Luka on basketball.
I am so bored with this.
Hey, watch the Mavericks win the title.
Yeah.
They're going to win the whole title, and then the J Kid, as the GM calls him, they're just going to do the ultimate victory lap.
Yeah, I hated that he called him J Kid.
Again.
Yeah.
Man, that press conference is so awkward.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd looks like a beaten dog.
Yeah, he's like, why did you trade my best player? I know
Now I'm screwed.
Devastated.
I know he's hungry all the time, but keep him around.
I am tired.
Yeah. Okay, Luka, take a nap.
Relax.
Have a donut.
Yeah, right.
Take a nap. You'll be fine. Game's at 7.
I can't believe you guys. He's 25.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
He looks 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty tired.
Oh,
Luka.
buddy.
It's
He
all
fell
right,
asleep
Luka.
on his girlfriend.
I'm tired, boss.
He crushed
He did?
He crushed her?
Oh, no.
Corey's 100% correct. Saturday night, they were like, this is the best player of all time. What a fat slob. They're just destroying him.
You were getting texts at 3:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
Most shocking trade in NBA history. How could they possibly trade Luka Doncic? Fat pig.
Right. Right.
What a fat ass.
How did they trade
God,
Gilbert Grape's mom? Like,
Thank
what
God
a
the Mavs
disaster.
got rid of that tank.
Right. Yeah, basically yesterday's SportsCenter was like, yeah, everybody in Dallas thinks he's fat and ugly. Move on from him. It was just a disaster. They hate him.
Let's see how big a blunt I can fit into this one.
Wow,
Oh, boy.
It's a good thing he's going to Hollywood because they're coming out with a new movie about him. It's The Whale 2.
Oh.
He's just mean.
Now that's mean. I mean, you're piling on.
Like Luka's plate.
I do wonder how Luka's how he's gonna respond to LeBron.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I mean, that's the question I'm gonna ask.
Right.
That's his idol.
Are you going to finish that?
Yeah, he loves
That's his idol.
Yeah, he loves
Luka
LeBron.
loves LeBron James.
Well, great, because LeBron, for everything we understand, is super dedicated to his body and conditioning and eating right and doing all those things and not looking like he's 15 years older than he should.
Squishy.
Exactly. So if he does love LeBron and respect him as much, I wonder if this will be like one of those good things where like I'll take you under my wing, I'll show you how to like do everything.
Okay, but here's since everybody's making analogies, we all work with you.
Yeah, that's good.
None of us
I gotta sit next to you, for
I'm
God's
not
sakes.
boxing on Sunday mornings to stay in shape. I'm only moving fast
but you guys-
2.8% of the time.
Yeah, but you guys are better at this than I am. So it would be different. Like that's not even the same.
Yeah, but I'm saying your level of work ethic and having 7 jobs is not rubbing off on the rest of us.
I wear a bra now.
I nap every day and Saw wears a bra.
Yeah, Saw wears a bra.
I blew my knee out running back from the bathroom during a Vikings game.
He really did.
True. Did you say Saw or Zaw?
I think I said Saw.
He did Saw.
I think that was a Freudian slip that I want him to be in the film.
Yeah.
Like Carrie Elwes, who's an actress.
Yeah, last week Corey was giving Muss half 6-packs of beers.
I'm an enabler.
Yeah.
Listen,
that was a weird thing when I brought that home. My wife's like,
yes.
Wait, why are there just like half 6-packs here?
I was in a fancy store, Muss, yesterday called Patina.
Oh?
Yeah, and they have all these cool gifts, and they have these weird soaps, and one of the soaps said, smell like a man, and I smelled it, and it smelled like Ben.
It smelled like me?
It smelled like you.
It smelled
It smelled like you.
Essence of
Even
Lieber.
the soap
Dove soap.
smells like you.
So now you rubbed that all over your genitals?
I found myself, I don't mind tonguing it.
Was there soap on the rope or what?
No.
Patina's a great place.
Patina's a cool place, right? They got some crazy
they
things
got
in there.
everything you need.
Crazy things in there.
Yeah. Great gift shop.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of games that I forgot to bring in, but they're going to be great for this show. You wait. And I bought a soap that smells like you.
Yeah, and now move over, Selsun Blue.
Yeah, now I'm very curious because I don't know. You don't know what you smell like.
I'm gonna tell you what you smell like.
No, easy.
I want to read the description of this soap.
Sex.
Wow.
Flex.
What if we just see Luka go full Rocky and just running the beach in California every day?
That's what I'm saying, man.
What if there's some kind of montage music?
Or
and he looks like I'm trying to think who's just unbelievably ripped, like DK Metcalf. Like Luka turns into DK Metcalf, and in moving fast instead of 2.8% of the time, like 280% of the time, a number that's not possible.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Not only is it because of where he's kind of from, which is like much closer to this person that I'm going to describe, I think he's going to be maybe less Rocky Balboa training on the beach and more like Ivan Drago.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Oh, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Where's
He's
that
gonna
needle at?
smoke cigs.
Yeah, he might take a little bit of the easy way out.
Yeah, man.
Oh
Let's do
God,
it.
great point.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Just pincushion.
Because we all know there is no easy way out.
Or
but
he's
he
gonna-
might try to find it.
Or he's going to get there now. The team is sponsored by In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah, he's gonna be lifting logs.
Yeah, showing up to practice with a milkshake in his Gatorade bottle.
Lifting logs. Hawk's dad shows up and goes, "Oh, I misunderstood this. I'm
Who
going home."
are the biggest celebrity trainers right now? Are there any on Instagram or something that I should know about?
Yeah, I don't know them by name, but there's lots.
Lakers got to find one of them.
Billy Blanks.
And just say,
What about-
Billy Blanks back in the day, but just
What about Brady's guy?
Julian
Go
Michaels.
Olivia, man, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Go to Olivia Weight Control Centers. Mix in a Sal.
Is there one in Los Angeles?
Sure.
Yeah, what if he just turns into a white LeBron?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, how great would it be if for a bit he was just sitting on the sidelines before he played, because he's, injured and in street gear and he's just eating everything in sight on purpose.
Yeah.
That'd be
He
fun.
looks like a garbage bin.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, he looks like Kirby from Kirby's Dream Land. He's
sitting down.
just Utah.
Pizza the Hut. Get over here.
Give me 6.
Cursing out Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Is he Ben Stiller at the end of Dodgeball?
Just this every time.
Yeah.
Hot dogs.
White Goodman when he goes back to eating. It's the best. All right, Vikings news is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show with Ben Lieber and Michael J. Mussman III on the Fan.
Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is proven to withstand water, pests, and fire better than wood-based siding. And it looks better while doing it. Hardy Siding has been chosen for 10 million homes and counting. See the proof at jameshardy.com.
Don't miss out on the Power Trip Morning Show. We take over Treasure Island this weekend, February 6th and 7th. Be there for tons of games, laughs, and great prizes, including Vegas trips to watch the big game. Book your stay using promo code KFAN for both the 6th and the 7th to save 15%. Get the full details and book your stay today at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
This is the week.
This is the week, man.
Man, it's going to be fun. Thursday night at the Island Event Center. We went bigger this year.
Yeah,
Island Event Center. The Parlay Lounge will still be the site of the broadcast Friday morning. Both events, by the way, absolutely free to attend. Ben, I'll take your advice. Got to be 18 plus. Right?
18 plus.
18 plus. But still,
no
Thursday
kiddos.
night, 7 to 9, off air at TI. A Rube game of initials. The winner gets a trip for 2 to Vegas. But we also are playing a whole bunch of other games with a bunch of awesome prizes as well.
Yeah.
As we always have had
so
in the
many
past.
prizes. Yeah.
Tons of prizes.
Yeah.
And then somebody in the audience Friday morning during the Power Trip Morning Show also just randomly gets drawn. Got to be in attendance. Trip for 2 to Vegas. And it's for this weekend.
Yeah. For
the big game.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the big game is somewhere else. But you could be in Vegas during the big game.
watch the big game there in Vegas.
Yep.
which is
Lucky.
I'd rather be in Vegas watching it.
Yeah, hell
Than
yeah.
be at the game.
Over the weekend, my
Same.
monster of a wife, she went full on Marnie on me.
How so?
Because she was kicking her ass in initials game.
Oh, you got
And,
the home version?
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
I
we
liked
have,
you.
We have all but one of them. Yeah.
Oh.
And so, yeah, we were playing that with some neighbors and some friends, and yeah, she was just kicking our ass. But
So you-
just
so you
literally
just-
like Marnie just getting in your face. It was
Oh,
like,
and celebrating
Yeah.
and getting
Flipping
violent.
chairs.
yeah,
And,
yeah, punching.
Wow.
Yeah.
Punched.
I don't feel safe at home.
Your
Yeah,
mic
is
is
this-
on.
Finally.
Is this
help?
a cry for help? Yeah. Blink twice.
Feel safe at home.
See, look at this, by the way. ESPN's Kendrick Perkins. Dallas won in this trade. AD and Kyrie are going to be special. Man, what a 24-hour flip.
And then he just ripped Luka for being overweight.
I love the two fat guys on the left here are talking about how he's too big. Like, wow.
Oh, man. Anyway, God, they're just piling on. All right, should we do Vikings news?
Yeah, man. We should do some Vikings news. Not really anything hardcore we can go down, but we have some rumors.
For Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
One bit of, I shouldn't say breaking news because it happened yesterday, but I believe, Ben, and this is huge, Byron Murphy was named Defensive Player of the Game for the Pro Bowl games.
Yep. Yep. Had a nice little pick six.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Really, I accidentally fell into that. Watched a bunch of
Accidentally.
Did you really? I know. I didn't mean to.
Now, does
I
this
couldn't look away.
Does
Did you
this
lose
make
your
him
remote?
virtually unsignable? Like, did that push him now out of our ballpark financially?
Possible.
Like, how much leverage does he have now? Or
He's
is he a
now due
fat
for the
pig
Super-
like Luka?
He's now due for the Supermax.
Oh man. How many donuts a day do you think Byron Murphy eats? More than 2?
What donut day is what, Sunday, right? Or Saturday?
I would say after the Pro Bowl, he could eat a dozen every day if he wants.
By the way, back to Luka for a second. The next time that the Lakers go to the Dallas Mavericks, is there a game this year still in Dallas? I mean, Dallas should do like a donut giveaway. They just have the entire crowd just holding up like a dozen donuts apiece.
God, that'd be great.
I mean, no joke. They obviously know what probably his favorite foods are.
Mm-hmm.
They should have just a gift basket right in his visitor's locker of just like all of his favorite foods before the game.
Like, I forget who.
Yeah, April 9th.
Is the Mavericks? Do the Mavericks have like a horse for a mascot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like their actual mascot? They should do one of those, mascot halftimes where they're all playing football like at US Bank Stadium, but just have it be all the fast food mascots you can possibly find and just have them dance around the Lakers bench the entire game. I have a lot of good ideas. Why doesn't anybody ask me for ideas?
They have 2, by the way.
They have 2 mascots.
Mavs Man, which is not even a callback from earlier today, and Champ.
Champ.
That's a horse.
That's the horse.
Okay.
Oh.
Does Mavs Man ride Champ?
That's private.
Muss.
I don't think that's,
This is a cry for help.
This is what, yeah.
Defamation suit incoming.
I don't feel safe in the studio.
Mavs Man's not going to be happy about
Yeah,
that.
why did you say that?
God, even the picture of Luka looks like he's hungry.
Yeah.
He's smiling. He's smiling because he sees the menu at Sonic.
Yeah.
Man, just Ozempic, buddy.
Poor dude.
I mean, come on. Let's go.
$900 to book them for your birthday party.
Who's that?
Was that
Mavs Man and Champ Show.
That's it?
That's it?
That's it.
$900?
Yeah.
That's it.
That is undervaluing the mascot.
There's no way they're the
how much
real
can we
ones.
rent Crunch for?
Why does Mike go off?
I don't know. I didn't touch it.
Why does I don't even know what Maz Man looks like, but I'm guessing it's a guy just with face paint on. I feel like Maz Man shouldn't be around kids.
I bet he's got a big cowboy
Yep,
hat.
you are Ben.
Ben?
Ben.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, that guy should never be around kids.
They do not have a public.
He looks like Max Headroom.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
200 yards away from any school.
All right, well, if somebody from the Timberwolves is listening, how much does it cost to rent Crunch?
He's here right now.
There he was.
Oh.
He just stubbed his toe.
Did he fall?
Forgot what he was.
You forgot what he was.
I thought he was a chocolate bar.
I'm
calm down, Luka.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Max, I'm going to have you look at this.
Wait, what is this?
This picture of Mavs man, it's clearly a black fellow that's in this like, he's in a Mavs jersey, but the Mavs man face mask that he has to wear looks like a white person.
That's scary.
Like, what is
He's
happening?
like from the movie. How was that?
That's scary.
Yeah, I'm seeing this picture right now, and I'm very confused.
Very confused.
Oh, God, what is that?
Yeah.
It's Mavs.
Like,
Why don't we have
here's the
Wolfman?
question. Why?
He's wearing beige face.
Why do you need two?
Well, yeah, why do you need two? And why that look? With the permagrin and the chiseled giant jawline.
Well, that's Tommy's favorite mascot.
His skin is just a basketball?
I guess,
Yeah.
It says
Is
they
that what
retired
it
him a
is?
couple
Yeah,
years
that's what
ago.
it is. I bet that's it.
What?
It says they retired him a couple years ago, it says.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Really?
It says right on a Mavericks Reddit page right here 5 years ago. It says, anyone know whatever happened to Mavs Man, the creepy as hell former mascot? Does anyone know the person who portrayed him? What's he doing now? I know they retired him a few years ago, but just curious.
So on the Mavericks website, they have Mavs Man, and he does not look like those pictures. He looks like it's a blue superhero suit, and you cannot see his face.
I just wonder, how do you pitch that? How do you go into the meeting and say, I got an idea?
Yeah. Wheel this thing in.
All right, after we, that's the worst idea we've ever
Oh my God,
heard.
there's a whole comic story.
Okay, let's trade Luka. Well, that's worse.
Yeah, they have a whole comic story. His evolution from basketball looking guy to now his new power charged and changed by the city he loves so much. What happened?
Well, people freaked out.
Smoke and lightning.
Yeah.
He was smoking that lightning?
Oh,
that lightning kush?
Make it two, man. That OG kush.
We tell him to pass it, brother.
He picks up the glowing blue ball, and a familiar yet more powerful sensation takes over him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
wait for the eruption.
So
like
he's
a Power
basically
Ranger?
he's a meth head?
Man, I don't know. This has been,
Smoking lightning.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like crack.
Right, yeah.
They did a whole comic. I mean, it's literally comic. Look at Google Mavs.com/mascots, Max. Look at this.
That was a lot of M's.
I didn't expect we were going to do an entire segment on the Mavs mascot today, but
Fascinating.
it
Look
is.
at him.
Oh, look at him.
Well, that's way different.
If you scroll to the bottom, they've got.
Oh, yeah, now he looks like Sub-Zero.
Yeah, he does look like
Oh,
Sub-Zero.
yeah, he does.
It's better now.
Yeah, that's a whole comic.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go.
Somebody was smoking lightning when they thought that.
Yeah, for sure.
But we need Wolfman. Why don't we have a Wolfman?
It's a good question. We should have a wolf man.
Go see it.
Ours will just be Timber Tom.
Oh.
He's just
Yeah.
just a guy that is in the woods.
Yep. It's here on Thursdays.
There's one of the Mavs mascot in like a doctor's outfit and a guy in a chair. And it's just super funny if you go in for a checkup. Why is my doctor a damn horse?
Yeah, what's happening?
Don't take a picture of me, bro. I need my prostate checked. Get this horse out of these stethoscopes.
Be tough to take the hoof, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, just bend over.
Yeah, plus, this is why you're not welcome at home.
8 o'clock hour of the Power Trip Morning Show. We'll do Fan 5. We'll do headlines. More with Muss and Lieber after this on The Fan.
The Fan.